What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode here at Trembles. Today, we're going to bring you a 20,000 mile review on Mr. KC's Bronco Raptors. As we go and wheel these cars and kind of put miles on them and beat them up, especially on something this new, there's a lot of people that do own them that don't wheel them as hard as he does. So we're going to have him break down the good, the bad, the ugly of a 20,000 mile review on his Bronco Raptor. So we're out here in San Bernardino. We're out in the little hills right next to Cloudland, right next to the college. And we're going to just get into the nitty gritty, have him explain pretty much everything that he's dealt with this Bronco, his upgrades, plans, again, good, bad, and the ugly, and that's it. We're gonna get into it. Here we go, KC.
All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy KC, and we're out here, man. We're out here in the hills of San Bernardino, and this is my breakdown of my Ford Bronco Raptor. So this is a 2022 Ford Bronco Raptor. We just call it the Raptor because I don't want to say it 1,000 times and be that guy. But yeah, I've owned this thing for about 20,000 miles. It's been everywhere from Colorado, Big Bear, Utah, Nevada, Northern California a little bit, and it's been to the sand dunes. The majority of it's rock crawling, which is kind of different. This wasn't really specified and made for rock crawling, but she gets it done. A little bit of backstory: I've owned this thing about 18 months, and I acquired it. I was during the whole Ford Bronco introduction. I was what do they call it? The go ticket holding when they did the floodgates open. And I waited about 2.5 years for my Bronco to get built. It never got built, and when they introduced the Raptor, I got picked by Ford Motor Company and Ford Performance. So I was able to capitalize on the deal and get my Ford Bronco before all the price hikes, before everything. It all went crazy, man. So I actually got mine at MSRP, way below asking price. So all you people think that I'm a baller, I'm not, bro. The bank owns this thing. I just borrow it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Overall, it's been a fucking amazing vehicle. It has a couple little downfalls, little pluses and minuses, and we'll get through them today. Yeah, it's been amazing. We'll walk you through the journey and let you know how it goes. All right, so let's get down to the nitty gritty, man. These are in no particular order. So the first thing I hate the most about the Raptor is the wheel and tire fitment. So when they spec'd out this Bronco, they actually made the fenders sit further out than the wheels and tires. And for the type of wheeling that we do, about 80% of the time, is very troublesome. So usually whenever I take an impact or we get into a tight corner, my fender flares impact before my wheels and tire sidewall does. So it actually gets real difficult, and it shows a lot of damage. You guys seen it on all the videos, and it's a big problem. Okay, everybody, so the second dislike of the Raptor were actually the factory, the rock sliders and steps. Now, essentially, they had removable steps, and there's from the factory, they're able to hold the weight of the Raptor. We put them through the paces, and yeah, I didn't really take the steps off. They did not deliver. They weren't able to hold the weight of the entire vehicle, and when we got into certain positions, they took a beating, and they bent, they moved, they turned into bacon. I mean, in the earlier videos, a lot of people were commenting, look at those steps, they look like bacon steps, what the hell happened? And then eventually, they actually cracked. They didn't bend like you would think aluminum would, because they're cast, so they kind of cracked and broke and crackled. I think there's even a few videos when we're in Colorado where pieces were ejecto-cedo. So that was a terrible thing. We got those replaced. And, yeah. So next dislike, big dislike of the Bronco, of the Raptor is factory aftermarket and factory support. I know these vehicles have been out for a while. I mean, I've had mine 18 months. I was one of the first ones in California. So there's no reason why I should have to special order clips for my fender flares, air filters, oil filters. I mean, and then the whole aftermarket, like, is it really necessary to put the Raptor tax on every single part ever made? Like, if Bronco parts are a certain thing, we put 20% more for the Raptor parts. It doesn't make any sense. I'm kind of, first world problems and whatever. And most people say you got to pay to play, but whatever. I dislike Bronco support for the Raptor. So another big problem in the Raptors after 20,000 miles, I've come to find out that interior fit and finish is terrible, man. The quality of plastics they use in this vehicle is ridiculous. I mean, I don't daily this truck, so it doesn't get as much wear and tear. Yeah, we might go on 3-day camping trips, 4-day camping trips, or 5-day, 6-day trail runs, but the quality of the plastic is terrible. If your backpack rubs against the side panels, it just causes scratches. Everything scratches easy. The door panels rattle. The interior top rattles like crazy, and it's a huge problem. It's very annoying, and a vehicle at this kind of price point is kind of, you shouldn't have those problems. So the fit and finish, the quality of the interior is terrible, and yeah, it's a big no-no for me. All right, so my last and final gripe is kind of towards the engine. So when you look at the engine, you're thinking, okay, Ford Bronco Raptor, 400 horsepower, 380 to the wheels, Ford Performance, all this stuff. But then when you look, Does anything here strike you as Ford performance? Yes, it's a 3.0. Yes, it's a twin turbo. Yes, it's freaking awesome. But I mean, really, does anything in here look high performance? Everything, all the intake piping is plastic. Stuff is clamped. I mean, shoot, I work in the heavy duty truck industry and the off-road equipment industry. And all this plastic is junk. Over time, right now it looks good. It's still black, but over time, plastic becomes brittle. It becomes cheap. And when you start getting up to this price point, yeah, whatever, it's not a Lamborghini, it's not this, it's not all that. It is a Ford American parts vehicle, but it's just terrible. The plastic, there's too much plastic, and it's ridiculous, you know. Let's throw some chrome in here. Let's put a nice engine cover. Is that too much to ask for? Let's make it look like Ford Performance Bronco Raptor. I mean, it's stamped. It's stamped on the hood. It's right there. We got this sweet-ass engine cover that says Ford Performance. Ford talks about their louvers and their air intakes and all this crazy stuff, but it doesn't look it. Nothing right here screams Ford Performance or Bronco Raptor. All right, so that closes out the 5 things I dislike about the Raptor. Let's talk about the 5 things I love about the Raptor. So my first and most important thing I love about the Bronco Raptor is the styling, man. I love the look. You look at this thing and it's a modern aspect of the Gen 1. I had a Gen 1 in high school. It was fucking amazing. There weren't many of them out there. There still aren't many of them out there. And it is awesome. They kind of took a page out of the original design for the new Bronco, and they excelled, man. All right, my second favorite thing about the Raptor kind of goes with the styling, and it's the lighting package. When Ford designed the Raptor, they kind of changed the setup from the original. They added the 3 clearance lights, which are functional because of the width of this thing. They had to add clearance lights in the front and the rear. 3 ambers in the front, 3 ambers in the rear. So all you guys that are adding on those little 3 lights to try to be Raptor, guys, these are fucking functional because of the width. And this makes sure everybody knows how wide it is. They also integrated the halos and the color changes to amber. As you're driving, these things are illuminated. They look great. They fit the look. I added custom lights to it also that kind of play onto it, but we'll get into that later. And they custom designed the tail lights for this thing. All right, so the next awesome thing they did was the drivetrain. All right, this is a Raptor. This is a Bronco Raptor. It carries the Raptor name. It's not a Ranger Raptor. It's a real Raptor. So this thing has F-150 front end components, front div. It has a Dana 50 rear end. It has Haas 4.0 system with the live out. Like, they went all out. Everything's beast up. I got extra frame supports, extra interior supports. It is built to run this thing to hell, man. They did an amazing job. Everything is functional. And it's really kind of withstands the test that I've put it through so far in driving that's not normally associated, which is the rock crawling. So we put this thing on hills, fucking rocks, crazy straight up verticals, and it eats, man. And the drivetrain shines. My 5th and final thing that I like about the Raptor is the technology. I know that's a sensitive subject because all the old school guys and all the, oh yeah, the tech this and the tech that and all the computers not smarter than me. Man, whatever. This thing is fucking great, dude. From the electrical lockers, from the sway bar disconnects, from the GOAT modes. I mean, dude, 360 camera all the time really comes in handy, especially with the vehicle this wide. The selectable driving options where it is where I put it in Baja mode, the mud and ruts system, the front facing camera as I'm driving in Baja mode, the selectable suspension, you know, so I could change the dynamics of it. I could change the dynamics of the steering. Everything kind of plays a part, whether you're slow rock crawling or high-speed desert racing. You know, it's not too bad. Every once in a while, I have issues with the parking sensors, but that's because I'm doing crazy-ass shit, and the computers are trying to save my life. So I can't really complain too much about it. I haven't had any issues with the technology. If anything, they've been a benefit, and I've learned to work through them and keep going with it. All right, so now that we got through the good and the bad, let's talk about real-world experience with the Raptor. It gets about 14 miles to the gallon in the city on the highway and about 7 on off-road. It's got like a 15-gallon tank, which is ridiculous and worthless, but whatever. Do I worry about running out of fuel sometimes on the trail when we go on these 3-day runs? Hell yeah, I do, but we just cross our fingers and hope for the best, baby. All right, so the next thing is creature comfort. Starting off from the front seat. I'm a big guy, okay? This is a big vehicle, and you know what? They kind of delivered on the seat. Usually with performance vehicles, you kind of get the short end of the stick, but they didn't. I mean, we got suede interior. We got a nice bolster. It's nice and wide. The seat angle, everything sits pretty good, and it's like, I don't know, 10-way adjustable. All I know is I jump in it, I fit 16 hours of Colorado in one shot, we're good. Legs don't go numb. Inside comfort, you know, it's the same size as a regular Bronco. The back seat's not crazy big, but who cares? I'm not sitting back there. All right, so the next biggest thing is infotainment center. Right off the bat, you got a 12-inch screen. You got Apple CarPlay, you got Android Auto, and it is amazing. Whether I'm listening to YouTube clips or I'm blasting the Gatekeepers podcast on Spotify or I'm on Onyx Offroad, everything communicates, everything translates onto the screen, and it works great. All right, everybody, so that pretty much wraps up my experience with the Raptor. 20,000 miles down, and I still love it. I've taken this thing through snow, rocks, desert running. Everything I've thrown at it, it's performed well. If you're on the fence about owning one, just do it, man. You won't be disappointed. This is still the best vehicle that I believe you can buy off the showroom floor, and I'm loving every second of it. If you want to see more of it perform, check out the videos, Trail Militia on YouTube, and if you want to see more of your boy KC, look us up on Spotify, the Gatekeepers podcast. We appreciate you sticking around. Hopefully this video helps you out, and be nice to me, guys. This was a rough one.
Alrighty, team. Well, we've been here for 3 days now. We filmed this twice. He finally nailed the last 2 lines that took us about 2 hours. Give it up for KC, man. Appreciate him coming all the way out from LA, bringing his Bronco Raptor, driving it as hard as he does, because honestly, not many Raptor owners do. There is a lot of desert guys that go out there and jump it and whatnot, but to the level that my man puts his shit through and the damage that he's occurring as we go through the trails, I mean, he's probably one of the very few. So shout out to him again. He's over there hella defeated, but we just wrapped this up. We're gonna go try to grab breakfast, grab a nice drink, and wrap this day up. And that wraps up another video. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, all that good stuff. Go check out the Gatekeepers podcast, because I'm also on it. And yeah, if you want to support the channel more, go check out Patreon, because it does help. We're going to refresh it. There's a lot of changes happening, but that's the Raptor. Next time you see it, it'll have fresh tires, fresh rims, and she'll be mad thick. Let's get it. All right, team, so we're in the last final section, right? And we've been here for literally 2 days. We left last night because we couldn't nail it.
Been 2 days.
We're here again.
It hasn't been 2 days.
Last 2 sections. KC, please.
Dropping the ball.
It's getting hot, dude.
All right.
Ready? Go.
All right, everybody, so we're back at it. It's worth the wait. I don't know. Nah, I don't fucking... Also, I'm tired of freaking wrecking. I'm tired of... Fuck. What's up, everybody? Hey, everybody. Hey, Dr. Nick.
Hit it.
All right, so if you want to see more of this video, all right.
If you want to see more of the Raptor on the trail.
All right, all right, so if you want to see more vehicles, don't fucking beat your eyes at me like that.
No, it's just fucking bright.
All right, next thing I love about the Bronco. Yeah, hold on. All right, so if you want to see more of this vehicle, check out our older videos. Right? All right, everybody, so that pretty much wraps up my review of the video.
The review of the video, huh? That's what it wraps it up?
All right, everybody.
That's what it wraps it up, Doug?
All right, everybody, so that pretty much wraps up. All right, everybody, so...
What?
Right.
What?
Stop,
what?
stop.
What are we doing? My man is so defeated. He's so defeated.
I'm like stomped. Dude,
we have been here for 3 hours already for 4 sentences. And he can't get it right.
We haven't been here 3 hours. We've been here for 2 hours and 20 minutes.
2 hours and 20 minutes?
2 hours exactly.
How many takes?
Because it's...
How many takes?
100. We're probably at like 60 something for sure. Guaranteed. I just can't do it, bro. Comedic relief. All right.